Hello guys, welcome back to our anime moment. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Swallowed Star 2 episode number 31 based on novel. So let's start. As two of the famous Yuchian five gods under the command of Liu Yinhu of Shigua, Yu Chinu and Yu Yani have experienced many life and death battles and are very experienced. When they sensed the chaos field and the Ting people's mark, they knew they had encountered a powerful enemy. I used the mechanical secret treasure to condense an icy body. The power of ice can rival the power of chaos. Combined with the skills of chaos, it has such power. Yu Chinu transmitted, this Luohi, whether it is the domain or the rolling blood waves, is so terrifying. Could it be that he has also realized many skills of chaos and his strength can rival that of the Blood Cloud god? Lord Blood Cloud is proficient in many Chaos Realm moves, and when these moves are combined, they naturally produce qualitative changes. We just need to go all out. Yu Chinu transmitted, we must hurry up and defeat him as soon as possible and leave this place immediately. If we delay for too long, General Yong will probably come. General Yong's deterrent power is much more terrifying, and General Yong can also mobilize the Huyang City formation. Let's do it. Yu Chinu and Yu Yani were still quite confident. Their individual strength was strong enough, and they would be even more terrifying once they joined forces. Yu Chanu's whole body was condensed with ice. At this moment, her body released countless ice threads. If each strand of thread was magnified 1,000 times, it would actually be Zhu Ji Gong Ren Yi Cheng. There was also a secret rope on the surface. Countless ice ropes and threads, extremely condensed and sharp, penetrated the obstructing chaotic field and rolling blood waves, and enveloped Luo Feng from all directions. It seems that he is unwilling to talk. Luo Feng stretched out his right hand, and a knife appeared in his hand, which was the God King level knife embryo, Blood Shadow Knife. The divine power in Luo Feng's body was even more burned by the divine king level method, extinction. The power that erupted from his body surface became fierce and violent. These powers naturally operated according to the 10 directions infinite swords, and the sword power surrounded the surface of the divine body. Countless ice ropes and threads were entangled tightly, trying to restrain Luo Feng, but when these ice ropes and threads touched the sword force on Luo Feng's body, they could no longer restrain him. I can't hold Shu Jin back and can't even touch his divine body. Yu Chinu was shocked. She had never encountered such a strong enemy before. Even her second brother's terrifying divine body was bound by entanglements and fought against her. Unlike Lord Luohi, even the ice thread couldn't break the protective sword force. Heavenly meteorite? Yu Chinu's divine power was already burning, and he swung a long stick in his hand and chopped forward. The sky and earth seemed to be split in two, and the might was so strong that even Luo Feng was a little surprised. More than 20 centuries ago, when I was refining my body for the second time, I exerted my full strength with about this much power. It's indeed fierce. Luo Feng said silently. But tonight, he had no intention of enjoying this battle, nor of honing his sword skills. Faced with my fierce stick technique, even the Blood Cloud God Lord can defeat me with his mysterious moves. Yu Chinu was very confident. After cultivating his divine body to such a level, he was used to violent moves. In terms of violence and ferocity, perhaps only the strong men with infinite divine bodies could compare with him. After developing 6 pairs of golden wings, Luo Feng stood in place, his divine power surging and burning, his body-protecting sword force was domineering and unbridled, resisting countless ice threads. Facing this terrifying blow, Luo Feng finally came out of hiding. What is that? Yu Chinu saw an incredible and terrifying sword light. This sword light tore the space apart, and the extremely stable space of the origin continent was torn into a very thin black crack by this sword. This black crack made Yu Chinu's heart tremble and he was confused. What did he see? He saw the space being torn apart. This was something that an eternal true god could do. In the legend, the ancient Chaos Masters fought to destroy the world, and their moves would cause black space cracks to appear between heaven and earth. Wherever those black space cracks touched, fire would accumulate. The knife light chopped on Yu Chinu's domineering and powerful long stick, causing it to flip over. At the moment of life and death, Yu Chinu instinctively burst out with divine power crazily, and the speed at which the divine power burned increased by more than 100 times in an instant. He held the long stick with both hands with all his strength, and was hit and sank into the ground. A huge hole sank in the ground. Fortunately, the chaos field and the rolling blood waves suppressed it, and the power did not affect Kainu. This time, Luo Feng used the Hunpei field to cover the cave, and all fluctuations were restrained, so that the outside world could not detect it at all. Me and Morosa are enough. There is no need for the City Lord's mansion to get involved. Hold on. Luo Feng looked at Yu Chinu, who was sinking into the pit with his divine power burning wildly while still holding the long stick. Yu Chinu's divine power was burning very rapidly at this moment, and his breath was surging. There are also differences in burning divine power. Certain forbidden moves might consume 30% to 50% of the body's spiritual power reserves in one move. Luo Feng's extinction, as a method of burning divine power, also has different levels of burning amplitude. He is burning divine power quite fast at this moment, which means that for his perfect divine body, this consumption is not worth mentioning. Yu Chinu was also trembling with fear. Whether it was the black space crack that appeared from that blow, or the fact that his second brother, Yu Chinu, who was known for his ferocity and tyranny, was actually chopped into the ground by a direct blow, Yu Chinu was a little dazed. If it weren't for his second brother's extreme burning of divine power, he might not have been able to take a single blow. Run away. Yu Chinu looked at Yu Chinu with a fierce look on his face. He is scarier than Yong Hu. Run. Yu Chinu instantly split into two figures. The two icy bodies were like knife lights that split the rolling blood waves and the chaotic field of AI, and quickly fled into the distance. At this moment, Yu Chinu felt very regretful. She was very cautious when attacking the forbidden area, controlling an icy body to attack from a distance, while her real body hid far away. But after returning to the base and being with her second brother, she relaxed. Her real body was also here. After all, controlling an ice body from a distance was very exhausting. Naturally, she had to relax and rest after returning to the base. Who would have thought that Lord Law could actually find this place to die? Yu Chinu burned his divine power madly and at the same time rushed towards Luo Feng at the risk of his life. He wanted to interfere with Luo Feng and give Yu Chinu a chance to escape. His extremely ferocious long stick instantly stirred up the chaos and pointed at Luo Feng. This stick pierced through the chaotic field and the rolling blood waves, and also pierced through the protective sword power on Luo Feng's body, and pointed at Luo Feng's chest. Luo Feng's skin was tough and not even broken. Luo Feng didn't even look at Yu Chinu. He was looking at Yu Chinu, who was fleeing. Alas! Alas! Luo Feng drew his sword in an instant, and the two blade lights were so fast that Yu Chinu watched in despair as the two blade lights enveloped her. I can't wipe it off. Yu Chinu condensed the ice knives to try to block it, but those two knife lights were the two knives that Luo Feng wielded with the blood shadow knife while burning his divine power. The two knives even had a trace of black space cracks. Just by looking at it, you can tell that it cannot be wiped off. A body of ice shattered directly. Another icy body fell down, and the ice on the surface dissipated, revealing Yu Chinu's true body, a woman with a face similar to Yu Chinu. However, there was a knife mark on her chest, and the true god's heart had been shattered. Yu Chinu, die? Wow. A rolling wave of blood swept over and took the corpses into the Star Tower. Luo Feng turned his head and looked at Yu Chinu. He took the blow head-on, but it was just a tickle to him. Yu Chinu felt death approaching at this moment, and he said, I can find the Blood Cloud Lord. Luo Feng's killing intent subsided when he heard this. Are you sure? Luo Feng looked at him. Yu Chinu wants to live. He was unwilling to die. His cultivation years were relatively short, and he could not compare with some old guys like Blood Cloud God, Demon Li Xiao, etc. His bloodline talent was extremely high, and his divine body could be cultivated to such a level. If he could comprehend the moves of the Chaos Realm, he could be as beautiful as General Yong's wife. As his realm improves, his bloodline might be able to transform and reach the Chaos Realm. His future is full of infinite possibilities. I am sure that I can find Lord Blood Cloud. Yu Chinu said hurriedly, as long as Lord Lorha makes sure to let me go, I will definitely help find Lord Blood Cloud. As long as he was alive, he didn't care whether Uen lived or died. How did you find him? Luo Feng asked. Lord Lorha must first make sure that he will let me go. Yu Chinu looked at Luo Feng. If you can lead me to find the Blood Cloud Lord, I can let you go. Luo Feng said, tell me how you found him. If you make it up, then don't even think about surviving. Yu Chinu's heart trembled. He had fought with Lord Blood Cloud before, but the oppression from Lord Blood Cloud was not so terrible. The Marquis ordered the three of us to work together. I want to join him. He shouldn't refuse. Yu Chinu said. You try it. Luo Feng looked at him. I want to monitor the whole process of your contact. Good. Yu Chinu had no choice. This was his only hope of survival, so he took out a message. This is a cause and effect communication order. Luo Feng looked at it. This is a special gift from the Marquis. Only the Marquis can use it to locate our position. Yu Chinu explained, and those of us who use it cannot locate our companions. Luo Feng nodded. He could see that this was not a regular cause and effect communication order, but one made by some forces alone, which contained some restrictions. Uen, Yu Chinu and I were hunted by the City Lord's mansion. Yu Chinu is dead. I escaped. Yu Chinu contacted with the help of the communication order. Where are you now? I will go and meet you. Who killed Yu Chinu? A cold voice came. Luo He killed her. Luo He cooperated with the City Lord's mansion. I was lucky to escape. Yu Chinu said. You don't have to meet up with me, just go back to Food Country directly. The cold voice responded. Yu Chinu was stunned and said angrily, the Marquis has ordered you to act with us. I will report this to the Marquis alone, and I believe the Marquis will understand me. The cold voice cut off the connection. The Blood Cloud God was so powerful, the Marquis would not blame him, but would only pay more attention to him. Although the Blood Cloud God, whose true strength was exposed, was in a more dangerous situation, he undoubtedly became the strongest eternal true God under Liu Yinhu. Yu Chinu held the communication order and tried to contact again, but Blood Cloud God no longer paid any attention to him. With Shuiyan's cunning and caution, how could he possibly meet up with you? Luo Feng looked at him. Do you have any other way to find him? If you can't find him, you'll die. Yu Chinu became anxious. He had never thought of a solution so urgently before, but he couldn't think of one. Lorha God was obviously unwilling to give him more time. Shuiyan is too cautious, so you can't be blamed for being useless. Luo Feng said, but he still drew his sword. Luo He. Yu Chinu's breath surged, holding two sticks and trying his best to resist. You are not leaving me a way to live. In the terrifying confrontation, Yu Chinu only felt that he was shivering and dazed by the blow. As his body flew backwards, his divine body twisted and split apart in an instant, splitting into 9 flesh and blood clones. The 9 clones were all exactly the same, all burning with divine power and with terrifying auras, fleeing in all directions. If I can escape, I will make Luo He regret it when I break through in the future. Yu Chinu's 9 clones were all very powerful, tearing apart the chaotic airflow and rolling blood waves. Luo Feng stood still but had already drawn his sword. Ha yao hua mi yao yao yao. The 9 blade lights, which made very little sound, were like 9 shadows, so fast that they swept past the 9 clones of Yu Chinu who were fleeing. This move was the 3-phase shadow blade, in 9 blades of breaking the world. It was also Luo Feng's fastest blade technique, especially when Luo Feng's perfect divine body, which had been refined 3 times, burned divine power, and was already incredibly fast. When using the 3-phase shadow blade, the speed of the blade shadow could be imagined. Although Li Ran's sword shadow was a little weaker, Luo Feng's might had already reached an incredible level, so it was still very terrifying even if it was weaker. It is said that Yu Chinhu's 9 clones held long sticks to resist at the same time. In front of the 9 knife shadows, 8 of them were killed and fell. Only 1 clone was very powerful and blocked the knife shadow. This is his true self. While blocking the knife shadow, he continued to fly far away with the help of the ice attack, trying to escape from the chaotic realm with many obstacles. Suddenly, a bloody mouth appeared out of nowhere in the rolling blood waves, instantly covering Yu Chinhu and swallowing him in one gulp. Luo Feng did not chase after him, but just watched the scene. Master. Morosa flew out from the rolling blood waves, waved his hand, and some weapons and treasures fell to the side. These are the treasures that Yu Chinhu carried with him. He only left some cosmic sand to eat and drink. As for other weapons, secret treasures, inheritances, and resources, he looked down on them all. For Morosa, as long as there is enough food, it can eventually grow to the peak. Mockery. Luo Feng nodded, waved his hand to stop the rolling blood waves, and collected all the weapons and treasures. After such a battle, the cave was completely destroyed and only a big pit remained. Master, what should we do next? Asked Morosa. The forces of the Food Nation are 1 open and 1 hidden. The open ones are all connected to President Zyun, and the hidden ones are Uen. Luo Feng said, let's go find President Zyun, he must know something about the truth. This Uen is too cunning and cautious. Morosa said, he is wary of even his companions from the Food Nation. He doesn't trust anyone. Luo Feng said, let's go. 1. They drove the flying boat away quietly. The chaotic area also disappeared, leaving only a pit. In the night sky, Luo Feng had just left the battlefield in his flying boat when he received the message. Luo He, you killed Yu Chinhu and Yu Qianyang, the deputy head of Yangfeng Guild Hall sent a message. Since Luo Feng had killed them, the Yangfeng Guild Hall had already determined their life or death. The bounties for Blood Cloud God, Yu Chinhu and Yu Qianyang were just added tonight. Tonight, Luo Feng was the only one in Huyang City who accepted the bounty. The deputy head of Yangfeng Guild Hall naturally guessed that Luo Feng had killed him. It's me. Luo Feng responded. You are the only one who accepted the bounty tonight, and besides General Yong, you are the only one in Huyang City who has the ability to do it, so I guessed it was you. The deputy museum owner responded, then I will wait for you, Luo He, to come and claim the bounty. We are still missing 1 more blood cloud. Do you have a way to find it? Luo Feng asked. Yangfeng Guild Hall has many methods, so maybe they can find the blood cloud. The deputy owner was secretly shocked. Good fellow, this Lord Luohe is still hunting down Uen. As long as you can afford the price, Yangfeng Guild Hall can do it. The deputy owner responded, Zhang Shuiyun has lived in Huyang City for too long, and there are too many traces of him in the past time and space of Huyang City. Our Yangfeng Guild Hall can deduce his location by deducing the secrets of heaven. It takes 100,000 cosmic ices to deduce once. 10 million cosmic sands. Luo Feng was speechless. If we have his blood, hair or divine power, it only takes 1 million cosmic sands to deduce once. The deputy owner said again. Let me think of a way. Luo Feng didn't talk anymore. He drove the flying boat straight to the president of Zyun Guild. At this moment, the bounty mission of the Dark Hall of Yangfeng Hall has also changed, and it automatically sends the latest bounty mission information to all customers in the entire Huyang City. In Huyang City, anyone with a bit of status is generally a client of the Dark Hall of Yangfeng Guild Hall. They received the news at the same time. The assassination mission of Yu Chinhu and Yu Qianyang has been completed. This news was like thunder, shaking Huyang City. In the cave of the Shu clan, the strongest family in Huyang City, the roasted swan skull was surprised when the food country and the city lord's mansion clashed head-on. Uen, Yu Chinhu and Yu Qianyang were all alive and well. The conflict ended, but Yu Chinhu and Yu Qianyang were killed 7-inch. Their strength is almost the same as mine. Xu Huan thought to himself, who in the entire Huyang City can kill them? At this moment, Zhu Q thought of 2 people. One is naturally the famous General Yong. The other is the mysterious Lord Luohe. After the large-scale ice burst ended, the Huyang City formation did not explode with power again. If General Yong took action, he should use the formation. Then, the biggest possibility is that Lord Luohe took action, Zhu Huan guessed secretly. After Luo Feng came to Huyang City, he took action less frequently, and each time it was one-sided. Ying Kang tried to assassinate Luo Feng, but ended up losing his own life. Luo Feng didn't even take the 5 major families seriously. All of this made it difficult for all parties to figure out how strong Luo Feng really was. There is a 70% chance that it was done by Lord Luohe. There is also a 30% chance that it was set up by General Yong and his men. Zhu Huan thought to herself, if it was really Lord Luohe who killed him, Lord Luohe is much more terrifying than expected. In a snack bar, Lord Wei was leisurely enjoying delicious food and fine wine. 2 of the 5 Yuqian gods died. Lord Wei thought of the man who amazed her at this moment. This is not like Yong Hu's style. It is probably this Lord Luohe who took action. Also from the capital of the state of Yu, Lord Wei was very familiar with General Yong. His origins are mysterious. Is he from one of the 2 ancient countries or cultivated by some secret forces? Lord Wei knew very well how deep the waters of the origin continent were. At this moment, all the forces in the city, including the members of the major forces, were shocked. There were not many strong people in the whole Yu kingdom who could kill Yu Qianhu and Yu Qiani in Huyang City. On the surface in the city, only General Yong had such strength. All the core clans of the 5 major families were talking about it. They were well informed, but they had not heard of any news of action from the City Lord's mansion. The City Lord's mansion did not take action. As the Deputy City Lord, Mo Limeng was naturally aware of this, then the most likely possibility is that Luo Hixinjiang took action. He and Uen and Yani were close friends. After Uen and Yani's death, Lord Luohe became furious and attacked. Mo Limeng did not hesitate and immediately took out a communication order to contact Luo Feng. Brother Luo He. Mo Limeng asked directly, did you kill Dao Qianhu and his sister? It's me. Luo Feng responded, your City Lord mansion has an idea. Mo Limeng was shocked. It's really Luo He. His father Mo Lixia led the army with the help of Huyang City's formation. Although he had the advantage over Yu Qianhu, he could do nothing about it. This Luohe god lord killed Yu Qianhu and his sister silently with his own strength. This strength is too terrifying. Brother Luo He, do you want to kill Shui Yun? Mo Limeng asked. I'm looking for him all over the city, but unfortunately, I can't find him. Luo Feng responded, do you have a way to find him? I need to report to the City Lord's mansion. Please wait for my news. Mo Limeng did not dare to say more. The prisoner fruit tracking order was the only way to find Blood Cloud God for the time being. He did not have the power to give it directly to Luo Feng. What I need most now is the location of Blood Cloud. Luo Feng responded. Once I have any news, I will inform Brother Luo He immediately. Mo Limeng was more humble. General Yong had let Lord Blood Cloud escape with the help of the Huyang City formation, and this Luo He even dared to kill him. Just thinking about it made Mo Limeng tremble with confidence. Luo Feng was driving the flying boat, and the communication with Mo Limeng gave him a glimmer of hope. Maybe there is some way at the City Lord's mansion. Luo Feng did not completely rely on Mo Limeng, he just looked ahead. Master, President Zyun is in that cave. I can lock onto his breath. Moroso was extremely certain. Okay. Luo Feng nodded slightly. This ordinary cave in front has never been made public by President Zyun. As soon as he knew that Yu Qianhu and Yu Qiani were dead, he immediately hid in this cave. He is extremely nervous at the moment. You don't know that you are members of the 5 major families, and you don't know who killed Yu Qianhu and Yu Qiani, President Zyun said anxiously in the message. When you asked me to do something, I never refused. What a dirty trick. Now you have to help Wu Yu, but he directly cut off the message. I knew that these idiots from the 5 major families are unreliable at critical moments. President Zyun was extremely nervous. Who killed Yu Qianhu? Will they implicate me? Uen has now cut off all communications with me and won't contact me at all. When disaster strikes, everyone flees. Wait until daytime, when countless practitioners will enter and leave the city, and I will take the opportunity to leave the city. President Zyun said secretly. He was a little panicked, and always felt that something was not right this time. President Zyun raised his head in horror, only to see the surging chaotic airflow shattering the small building he was in and tearing apart the formation. The chaotic airflow spread everywhere and directly engulfed him. Oh no, it's Lord Luo He. President Zyun felt a chill in his heart. It seems that the one who killed Yu Chinu and Yu Chinu was Luo He. President Zyun couldn't struggle at all and was carried away by the chaotic airflow. He saw a flying boat flying out from the night sky, Luo Feng and Morosa, the master and servant. Behind Luo Feng, 6 pairs of golden feathers unfolded, controlling the chaos. Lord Luoha, you are here, the bound and restrained President Zyun said flatteringly. If you have anything to say, just tell me. There is no need to come in person. I ask you, where is the blood cloud? Luo Feng asked. Chairman Zyun quickly shook his head and said, I have no contact with him. The power of the food nation in Huyang City is both open and hidden. On the surface, it is controlled by you, President Zyun, and secretly controlled by Uen. Luo Feng looked at him. This is an open secret in Huyang City. There is no point in denying it in front of me. Yes, I work for the Marquis. President Zyun said bluntly, but I have been in Huyang City for so long, and the blood cloud god has never seen me. It was not until Yen Qianyang revealed his identity this time that I knew he was Sang Shuiyun. He has always been wary of me, and now the communication has been cut off. I really can't contact him. This is also useful to him. Luo He shook his head. The airflow instantly penetrated my divine body and shattered my true divine heart. At the moment of death, Zyun would be filled with regret. I knew that it was not safe to accept the mission and come to the small city of the enemy country, Yu State. But for the merit and the resources bestowed by the Marquis, I still came. I have always been very cautious, even secretly making friends with some members of the 7 small families, not because I was afraid of being killed. The 7 small families did tolerate me. After all, if they killed Chairman Zyun, there would be no one else to be in charge of intelligence. But I failed that time. Luo He was filled with murderous intent because of the nearly 10 billion lives affected and his bad friend Uen and Yani, so he just crushed me to death with a single move. Ha! Luo He waved his hand and collected my body. Master, what are you going to do now? Uen is too cautious and may have found my trace. Morosa said. No matter it was me or the Master Xiong Qian, we were not sure of killing Shui Xiong Qian. But the only problem is how to find each other. Several leaders of the food nation in the city, including Yu Chinu, Yu Luo Feng, and President Zyun who is in charge of intelligence, have all contacted me. Luo He shook his head. Now I just hope there is no bad news from the city lord's mansion, otherwise killing Uen is something that can be resolved in a short time. Inside the city lord's mansion. The Lord of Huyang City, Commander Mo Lixiao, the white-haired old man, Lord Weishan and Mo Lemon, the 7 of us are gathered here. The one who killed Yu Chinu and Yu Luofeng was actually Qian Yang, Weishan Jan exclaimed. Even if you use the Huyang City small formation and fight 1 against 7, you can still say that you can definitely kill Yu Chinu and his sister. I am still tracking down Shuiyan's whereabouts. Mo Lixiao said. He knows Shuiyan's strength, but he still dares to continue chasing him. This shows how confident he is. In the city, you can't get the blood cloud. But I dare to chase and kill you. Am I arrogant, or am I really inferior to you in strength? The mood of Lord Wei is very simple, and I am also very confident and proud. After all, I can follow the path of laws and cultivate a limited divine body. With the guidance of the God King, I have now comprehended the tactics of the Chaos Realm. You can imagine my talent. Looking at the eternal true gods in the entire Yu Kingdom, there are only a handful of those who are weaker than me. I haven't killed Yu Chinu and his sister yet. I think it's because I'm arrogant. The white-haired old man said. No wonder I ignored their city lord mansion afterwards. Wei Shenzhen laughed. With my real strength, they didn't send out 10 small legions and use the Huyang City small formation. They were all threatening me. The Lord of Huyang City said, Yin Kang tried to assassinate me but died here instead. You know that I have caused trouble. Mo Li Meng, contact Qian Yang quickly. Wei Shenzhen said, it's just a cause and effect tracking order. He invited such a weak person to come. Since I took the initiative, I have to seize the opportunity 1 inch. Contact him. Mo Lixia ordered. We don't have to be so firm. Qian Yang has already killed Yu Chinu and his sister, so he is completely trustworthy. Bad. Mo Lemon nodded. Brother Qian Yang, your city lord's mansion does not have a cause and effect tracking order which was left by Uen and Yani. You cannot use it to locate the location of Shui Xiong Qianzhou. Mo Lemon sent a message, send it to his cave now 7. Go to the city lord's mansion now, and we'll meet at the gate. The Luo people in the mansion are riding 8 Wei and taking Morosa straight to the city lord's mansion. Inside the city lord's mansion, the tangible field spread out and the abnormal practitioners could not see clearly. There were 7 figures standing outside. They were the Lord of Huyang City, Mo Lixia, the white-haired old man, Xiong Qinzhong, and Mo Lemon. We were all waiting for Luo his arrival. You have also seen the God Lord Qian Yang. God Lord Wei was quite curious about the God Lord Xiong Qian. Lord Xiong Qian is quite merciful. He only takes ruthless action if he angers me. Mo Lemon said from the side. It's rare to be so powerful and yet so merciful. Lord Wei objected as a flying boat descended from the night sky. Luo He, Morrisana and his servant flew out of it, and Luo He also put away the flying boat. Brother Qian Yang, that is Lord Wei Shenzhen, Mo Lemon introduced. I know everyone present, Xiong Qian, and I have indeed seen Lord Wei. I heard that Lord Qian Yang is going to hunt down Shui, Lord Wei said with a smile, but I didn't mention it. 1 point of confidence. When Xiong Qian said this, the 7 of us, Lord Wei, were secretly surprised. It was too confident to say 1 point of confidence after a fight. Do you need help? Asked Lord Wei. Yes, you are used to acting alone. Luo He said. I admire you. Xiong Qinzhong looked at Xiong Qian and objected. I really didn't expect that there was no weakling like Lord Qian Yang in your Yu country. I believe that before this incident, the 7 gods would have sent their men to invite Lord Qian Yang. Such a weak person, even if he becomes the Lord of Chaos, is only a young general. They don't have the cause and effect tracking order too. Luo He was willing to talk too little. That was left by Yen Xiongqian for the city lord's mansion. He hoped that the city lord's mansion could send enough forces to hunt down Blood Cloud. Mo Lixia said on the side, with the cause and effect tracking order, the location of Blood Cloud can be locked at any time. If you kill Shuiyun, that's fine. But if Brother Xiong Qian wins, please return the cause and effect tracking order. Lord Huyang said as he handed a strange token to Luo He. You are not sure. Luo He took it. I said I was sure, but I just wanted to be too shocking. Morosa and I have joined forces, and we don't have the art of arrays with us. It would be a shame if the Blood Cloud still escaped. Luo He's divine power merged into the cause and effect tracking order, and he immediately sensed that there was a place farther away in the city which was not the target. He really went to the city. Luo He looked at the 7 people behind him. Everyone, you go and kill Shuiyun first. Bye. The 7 of us, Lord Huyang City, watched Xiong Qian and Jiyu Luosa disappear rapidly into the night sky on the flying boat. They said, can Xiong Qian succeed? Said the Lord of Huyang City. You think the hope is small? Said Lord Wei. Did they find out that even if it's just a small matter like hunting down Shuiyun, Xiong Qian still brought my servants with him? Yes, my servant is just the true god of the void. He will only be a burden. Why should I bring the Mo Li Meng Jingsha with me? Lord Wei nodded and said, you have heard that when some small forces in Origin Continent train elites, they will send a protector to protect them from danger. Lord Xiong Qian and his servant, their origins are mysterious, and their strength is so weak, so they may come from a small force. The 7 of us, including City Lord Huyang and Mo Lixia, were all shocked. Of course that's just your guess. No matter whether it's right or wrong, they can all say it. Well, that's the journey of cultivation for those beings. Lord Wei said. Regardless of right or wrong, Lord Xiongqian's power makes us tremble with fear. In the middle of the night, a flying boat flew out along the east gate of Huyang City. Luo he looked to the northeast, and with the help of the cause and effect tracking command he was able to remotely lock onto the target location. Brother Entropy, have you ever thought about joining forces with him to hunt down this blood cloud? Luo he looked at the cause and effect tracking order in his hand, and then the flying boat shuttled through the void and headed northeast. This video will end here.